Hello guys, and welcome back to a wonderful morning in Minecraft. Today's episode is going to be episode 14. Last time we tinkered a bit around and I've actually turned the quarry back on, and I have changed a few things. First off, I have made cobblestone purple in the sorting machine, just because I realized, even though I had a restriction tube here, that just meant everything could go in here. So now I've made this purple, so only cobblestone can go into our recycler. We have recycled quite a bit. Now this unfortunately also has resulted in us getting cobblestone here. And why is this ending here? Eggs I understand, but let's go hope for some chickens. There's a lot of egg in here. Now eggs is a good thing for several reasons. It can be used in Railcraft. It has two cool aspects in them. But since feathers are a really good thing in Railcraft, and you can always use the food of chickens, trying using these eggs to get more chickens is probably a better use. So we managed that. Okay, why does this go up here? Was it tungsten? Ah, that's why. I thought it was mosrite. It's tungsten. Okay, let's keep it. So today I think we will look a bit into Railcraft. Ooh, gold. And I think, well, and I have also expanded here, so we are getting lava in all three of our engines. How do they put eggs all the way out here? But first, and most foremost, I've decided we need to make a few magma creams. I'm not quite sure this is enough, but let's see. We also need a bit of this and a bit of that. The soul sand and nether bricks. Those of you who knows a bit about Railcraft, you know what I'm building. Those of you not, you'll see it in a moment. And this is probably the way. Yeah, blast furnace. I hope this is enough. 28 is not enough. 32 I doubt is enough actually. $36. I actually think we need 2 more. But let's see. I'm going to build this out here. And I'm just going to build it next to these cook ovens. So you start out with a base like the cook ovens. But you need, it to go up, one up, and here we close it off. So it's one taller than a standard cook oven. Now I was wrong, we actually have plenty. Or actually just enough. You can see, once I put the last brick in, it got a small picture down there, just like the side here. And this is how it looks inside. Not a very big GUI. It doesn't produce any oil for us, and I actually think there's only one use for it. But it is a good use. So by putting coal in here, and coal cook is probably the best, and iron up here, it will start functioning. You can see it's turned on, and it takes a long time. And I believe if you use cooked coal, it requires 1 coal per iron. If you use normal coal, I think you will use 2 coal per iron. But this will turn the iron into steel. And what is steel used for? Yeah, first off, you can make tools, like you can out of iron. But you can also use it for several different things in Railcraft. That was the wrong one. You can see we have gotten quite a few tiles now. So the next thing we're going to make is a way to use these tiles to make rails. And that is called a rolling machine. Not a rowing, but rolling. So that requires pistons. And I need to go harvest some trees soon. I believe it's 4 pistons, but you can never really have too many pistons, can you? So 5 we got. Believe it requires a crafting table. Now I haven't looked this up yet. I'm going from memory, so we'll see if I remember right. I did. So that gives us a rolling machine. Now a rolling machine runs on power. It runs on the Railcraft power. So that's the same as all of these machines over here. So where to place it? Where to place it indeed. We're running out of places to put stuff. I think we're going to move this normal crafting table here. I'm going to put it here for now. And then we need to put down some wires. Yeah. I'll figure out why I want how I want my wires, and then I'll be back. So I did it like this. So it goes over here and down under, and I know when you're standing in the cellar you're going to be able to see the wires, but then again I believe you can see the wires underneath my industrial craft stuff as well. So just to show you how it looks like this. I think I'm going to replace these 3 blocks with marble bricks. You can see I have something similar here. We have lots of stuff running around in those pipes. Now inside it looks like this. Kinda like a normal crafting table. And you can see I put a redstone energy cell here. It's because these forestry machines and the rolling machine, they will use power. They won't stop using it. As long as they can there's power coming, they will accept it. So instead of just having power going into these machines when they're actually not doing anything, I put a battery here, or an energy cell, which I can turn off and on, meaning they will only get power when I want them to, and the power isn't wasted. Now I turn it on, go over here, see it's receiving power over there, and I'll just place 6 in here. You can see I will get 8 standard rails of those. And right now it's not doing anything. It's because it sort of works like the project table. It keeps the last one. I can force it by clicking here. It will start working. But I want to show you something. If you use refined iron or steel, you will get more. I believe refined iron is 10, yeah, and I think steel is actually 20. No, 12, sorry. So I don't like wasting material, so I think I'm just going to use refined iron, and we'll make that many. Okay, so we received quite a few of those. Let's put this away. Go back over here, take the rail, and the recipe you're going to need with these tiles is like this. You get wooden rail bed. Put those in the middle with rails like this. We get tracks, and for one rail and one rail bed, or 6 rails and 1 rail bed, we get 32 tracks. So that's quite good. So as you can see, we ran out of rails quite fast, but we have 3 stacks of tracks already. Let's put those in here and then make some more rails. Let's just use this entire stack off. Yeah, good. And I'll just go sleep so it can become day outside. Let's look in here. Let's make the last couple. Let's go out and see how much steel we have made. It's a slow process, so I don't think we have made very much. 8 steel ingots. So as you can see, it's quite a slow process, but it works. And it looks like I was right about the 1-to-1 with cooked coal, or cold cooked. So another thing that's nice to know is these are used in pretty much every recipe involving tracks. So let's stop here and I'll show you. You can do it like this instead. And you can see they look broken in the middle, and it's called a suspended track, and you only get 16. But we'll make one of those. This works a bit different than normal tracks. I will show you up here. You place like this, and then you can go out and place it like that. So that doesn't have to be anything underneath it. But I believe it can only go 2 out on either side before there needs to be something on it, under it. So that's quite cool. Now what else can we make? I want to make some advanced rails. They're quite expensive. So, not that chest. This chest. Yeah, burning through resources, I feel. So you take some normal rails like this. Let's just make a good deal. Some gold here, and then you put redstone in the middle. And you get advanced rails. Advanced rails are used for a lot of different recipes. For instance, the powered rails are made with these. So let's make some of those. I believe it's like this. And we get 16 booster tracks. And let's make the rest of our rails into... There's many different rails in Railcraft. Lots and lots of different rails. But these are some of the basic ones. So let's move this in here. Oh. Not that one. Now we have made some different kinds of rails, and I actually think you may remember me talking about making a little railway over to the portal. Let's build that. So where should it start? Let's make it run here. Yeah, this is probably a good space, and I want something different underneath it than gravel, because I make my little... So let's use cobblestone. We have plenty of that, and it just seems to keep on coming. So we'll start out with one of these. That might be a bad spot. I actually think we'll just move it back a tiny bit. Like this. Yeah, this might be better. I don't have enough gravel with me, but still. And then we can make our railway. I think this will look best if we use wood here. Actually, it probably looked best the way it was. Yeah. Now I will exchange some of these with our booster tracks, but I feel like getting over here first is the priority. Huh. So let's for now just put cobblestone in here. And we'll put cobblestone blocker here. And we will definitely have a booster track here. And I'm going to put a button on that one, and a button on the one at the end. And we can write our little train track from one side to the other. Currently it probably won't go that fast, but once I get a few more booster tracks in there, it will probably go faster than walking. Not that I have big plans for going to the Nether often, but still. Stop that. So we need a button. Actually need two buttons. And of course we need a minecart. So let's try this out and see exactly how well this will do. Whee! Well, this is slow. So we better get some more booster tracks here. Whee! And again, so several places here on the bridge will be booster tracks, I can see. I think the first one would be this one. And then, let's say every 6th. 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Oh, this might have been wrong, but it's not that important. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Perfect. So now we just need to make sure they have redstone signal. Why are we getting X on here? I just don't understand that. So we needed redstone signal. So that requires a few of these. 20 should be more than plenty. So let's see how this works. If I put one here and flick it, yeah. Perfect. Maybe it would look better underneath. I might, at some point, just for the aesthetic of it all, move these levers underneath the bridge. But for now, we'll just put them here. And now it's time to try this out. So let's get in it. Whee! And I'm getting lag. Why am I getting lag? Lots and lots of lag. So I'll figure that out and I'll be back. So let's see this in daylight. Whee! What a fantastic device. So our steel is done. And yes, I have done a bit of editing. Just had to wait a little while, but while doing that I did the roof of the house. I'm not completely happy with it. I think I'm going to put in a little window, or approximately there where my cursor is right now, and maybe extend it down and outwards a little bit. But I don't know. I'll look into it. So, what can we use steel for? Oh, there's so many things. So let's look. We can, of course, make steel swords, shovels, pickaxes, axes, hoes, and all the armor. And we can make minecarts. Getting 2 minecarts out of the normal recipe, but using steel instead. And of course make steel blocks. Detector. Advanced. Interesting. We can use it to make a diamond borehead with a block of diamond in the middle. Steel borehead with steel block in the middle. And iron borehead with iron in the middle. Then there's advanced item loader and unloader and steel gear. Two turbine blade and trackman's goggles. So that's basically that. And I must admit, this turbine I hadn't seen before, so I'm just looking into what that's used for. And apparently not much. Strange. And this? Oh yeah, that's the industrial steam engine. Quite good. So what we're going to use it for is this. And yeah, so let's make a steel borehead. Now, those of you who have played with this mod before know what I'm going to build now. And those of you who hasn't, I hope you will like it. It's a really cool machine. We need a few things. We need a furnace. I think maybe we need 2 furnaces. I'm trying to build this out of memory, because looking it up would tell you what I'm making, and maybe that's wrong. I actually think I need the furnaces. Okay, I'll look it up. It's called a tunnel bore. So I need 2 furnaces, a chest card, 2 normal and steel block. Pretty simple. Can I take this out again? Yeah. Good. So I actually think I have all the stuff now. Oops. Oh well. So, like, I didn't make the steel blocks. Okay. Good. Now, all we need are some rails. Not that one. Just ordinary rails. We also need some coal, and preferably the coal cook. We also need some gravel. So we have plenty of gravel. And then we need to decide where we want it. So I know there's a village that way. That's actually the only village I've been able to find. I haven't been traveling very far that way. Was that because there was water, maybe? Yeah, it looks like it. So we will be traveling. Actually, I know there's a desert that way. So if we could, it could be really cool to make this go out to the desert. The thing is, we want to avoid water. And that's going to be a little hard that way. So I actually think we're going to make it run from inside the jungle here. I'll just clear out a little area here. down a few rails. There should be plenty. And then we plunk this down. And it's a beast. So when you right click it, this is the GUI. You can see tracks. Let's just put all of it in here. As a ballast, we put gravel in here. As a head, and as fuel. So now what this will do, it will start drilling. And it will spew out everything it drills in the back here. And it will drill to pretty much anything except obsidian, I believe. That's why the diamond one is better. Now, as you can see, it will take damage over time, it will consume the coal, and the gravel is mainly if we run into a hole, it would put down gravel to be able to place rails. Now, there is one more thing I would like to make before I wrap up, and it is related to this one. First off, one more card. And the second thing is quite simply, and we put rose red like this, iron in the middle, and we get a crowbar. So a crowbar is sort of like functions, I won't say like the... There's a cat killing my chickens. How dare it. Stupid cat. What I was trying to say is most mods adds a wrench to do its many of the functions in the mods like Railcraft and Industrial Craft and stuff, and this is sort of like the wrench for Railcraft. It functions different, but the idea is basically the same. And you can see this leaves a lot of material behind, and that is why we made this one. So I'll put this down right behind it. And then I'll shift and right click on both of them, and they are connected. Now the tunnel bore will drag this minecart with it, and it will start putting stuff in there. It will also, if we put coal cook in this one, and rails and gravel, if it runs out, it will grab stuff from the chest. I don't know if it will take boar heads. It would be really cool if it would, but I honestly don't know if it takes boar heads from the chest. So now we have a machine that will dig a tunnel for us and lay down rails. I think that's really cool. Now, next episode, I think we'll be looking into a bit more forestry, because I want to build a tree farm, because we have a good deal of saplings, and I'm just going to kill that cat. Actually loves cats in real life, but they kill my chickens, and I really like my chickens. I think we are going to look a bit into forestry next time. There are a few things I want to build, including a tree farm, which forestry has a really nice machine to make. So, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like and a subscribe, and until next time, take care of yourself.